friends. Okay, we have abs and legs today. The main thing to remember with this workout is one, your heart rate's probably going to be pretty high, okay? And two, since we're using the legs, which is a bigger muscle group, you can typically do heavier weights. So if you have some that are a little heavier than others, you probably want to go ahead and use those if you can. Just going to run through these real quick. We will use weights and bands today. I'm going to grab my band real quick. So we'll do 2 weighted moves, and then the last move will be a banded move. Okay, so first we are going to start with a deadlift. For this move, you are going to take your weights, and they are going to hang in front of your legs. As with almost every single lower body move, hip hinge first, okay? So we're going to hip hinge back. We're going to lower down, keep the back flat. And we're going to come back up, squeeze the booty at the top, okay? So lower. I can usually tell whenever my back is still flat, but I've gone down far enough, is because I will start to feel kind of a pull in the back of my legs and up in my booty. So then I come back up, squeeze my booty at the top, okay? If you're not ready for weights for this yet, just drop the weights, go through the movement. Then we are going to go into a squat. For this move, you can either hold your weights down by your side, or if you want to load them up by your shoulders, that's fine. It doesn't really matter either way for this one, because we're just doing a plain squat. So we are going to, once again, hip hinge backward, then bend your knees and lower down. Pop back up, squeeze your booty at the top, okay? So once again, hip hinge, down, up, squeeze. That's it for this move. Like I said, if you want, you can put your weights up here, squat that way, whatever you want to do, whatever you're more comfortable with. Then we are going to pop this band on for the last move. Around the thighs. The next move on the next set will be around the calf muscles. So, banded shuffle. We are just going to come down into a squatting position, and you're going to shuffle one way, then back the other. It doesn't look too terrible, but trust me, by the time you get to the third set, your booty's going to be burning. All right? Okay. So that's it for that set. Our next set will be sumo squat, reverse lunge, and banded kickback. So sumo squat, you can do a few different ways. If you only have lighter weights, you can use 2 weights. Your feet will be wide, toes pointed out and forward. I always like to say if you're in a square room, your toes are pointed towards the corners of the room. You're going to come down, you can pick up 2 weights, hold them between your legs, you're going to lower down, and up. Just the same as the other moves, we're going to hip hinge first, so hip hinge back, lower down, up, squeeze, okay? If you have heavier weights and you just want to use 1 weight, which is what I'll be doing, you can just hold 1 weight down between your legs, same movement, down, up, down. Okay? And if you want to do it without weights, just put your hands on your hips. A little wider. Okay? And just do the squat. Okay? Then we're going to go into a reverse lunge. So holding your weights at your side, you are going to step back, step up together, step back with the other leg, back up together. So right here. One of the main things to remember with this move is as you get tired, you will want to lean forward on your leg. Don't do that, okay? As you step back, keep your chest up, keep your back straight, and stay in that position. Okay? And then for our last resistance move, we're gonna take our band, put it around our calf muscles. All right, so what we will do is you are going to put all your weight onto one leg, okay? You are going to lean forward slightly. I put my hands on my hips. You can put your hands however you feel comfortable. And you're going to take the other leg. You're going to kick it back and bring it back forward. Now, you can tap in the front and the back, or just one, or not at all, okay? Tapping in both places is the most modified version, so it just helps you keep your balance. For the whole time, just tap back here, here, okay? Another version would be just to tap one place, which is what I do. I do not have great balance. Actually, you might see me almost fall. But I typically tap in the front, so I will kick back, come up to the front, kind of tap, get my balance, and go again. Or if you have fairly good balance and you want to, you can kick back, come up, and don't tap at all. That's up to you. When I say halfway through, we'll switch to the other side and we'll do this leg. Okay? Okay. Okay, so that'll be it for the resistance moves. Then we're gonna go into abs. So we have a shoulder, or a high plank shoulder tap, a rope climb, and then a crunch with a weight. So for a high plank shoulder tap, you are going to come up on your hands and on your toes, and you will take your hand and tap the opposite shoulder, okay? The key here is to try to not sway too much. You don't want your hips like really going out. You're gonna move a little bit, probably just because you're shifting your weight back and forth, but you just don't really wanna be like moving your hips a whole lot. Also, you can come down onto your knees, and you can tap down here. Okay. All right, then we're gonna go into a rope climb. I know people love this one. So, you're going to lay on your back, your feet are in the air. If you are fairly flexible, you can put your feet straight up if you want, or if you're like me and you have tight hamstrings or tight muscles, you can keep your legs bent. The main goal here though is to pretend like there is a rope in between your feet and you are climbing up that rope, okay? So make sure you are using your core to pull yourself up and climb up that rope. Do not use your neck. If you use your neck to pull yourself up, it's gonna hurt your neck. You're gonna be able to feel it. So make sure you're using your core, all right? Then we are gonna go into a weighted crunch. So, holding a crunch or a weight directly up from your chest, you are just going to sit up in a crunch and lower down, right here. Once again, make sure you're lifting your upper back off the ground and you're using your core to pull yourself up instead of just lifting your neck, okay? Lifting your neck is not doing anything. Use your core, pull your upper back off the floor. For the rope climb, there's really not much of a modification other than you can bend your knees. For the weighted crunch, you can do the crunch without the weight if you're not ready for that yet. As with all of the other moves, the main modification is either to drop the weight or leave the band off, okay? You can still go through the moves, just leave the extra resistance out, and then once you are strong enough, then jump in and do it with the band or the weight. Okay, so if y'all are ready to sweat, let's do this.